everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Alexa Darinka and I'm here to show you this smoky eye here. It's very simple, very everyday, wherever you're going, maybe to the mall or just to hang out or even have a lunch date. Yeah, so please stay tuned to see how I've gotten this look and a story time. Thanks! Oh, also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell to know when I do upload. And don't forget to like this video. Thanks! Okay, so I've kind of already done my brows. I just filled them in with an Anastasia brow pencil in soft brown. And I primed my lids with the Urban Decay primer. Now I'm going to kind of contour my brows, but kind of just shape them the way, just to kind of give them a little bit more definition. Not as crazy as I would normally, as if I was going out. So let me just tell you about my doctor, or not even a doctor. He's a urgent care guy. I go to this urgent care because I was not feeling well, obviously. And I had body aches, I was coughing, my nose was stuffy, and my husband and stepson had recently got over the flu. So I'm thinking, oh great, I have the flu now. I have the flu, I'm gonna get it, it's gonna be so bad. And they take my temperature. I have a temperature of 99, so it's a light temperature, not bad. And so he's like, okay, you have to wait for the doctor. And I was like, okay, no problem. And he comes back in and he says, well, you don't have the flu. And I was like, oh, that's okay. Is there anything else? Is there something? No, you know, those tests aren't always right. They're 70% accurate, so you never know. You could have it. Why would you tell someone that? Weird. Anyway, gets better. Mind you, he kind of looks like a weird, like he doesn't want his face to be seen. It just was a weird situation. So he says that, and I was like, okay, well, is there anything I can do? At this point, I felt like he was going to tell me, like, well, there's nothing you can do, you just gotta let it ride. He's like, you have a virus, that's for sure. You do have a nasal drip. Hence my me. And I said, okay. And I said, well, I do have backaches, and I do have, like, achy body aches. And he said, well, that's just common. He starts rubbing my lower back. He's like, that's common, don't worry about it. But like I said, the test is about 70% accurate. Okay, great. Sorry if I keep looking this way, is because I can see myself that way. Probably up too close. Better. So, and he tells me, okay, well, I can give you something for your, you know, a Z-Pack just in case it's just starting, if it turns into something. And I was like, okay, yeah, no problem. And he was like, all right, so we'll get you that started and we'll give you a Z-Pack, and I want you to start Sudafed with Tylenol cold and flu. And he said something to me that I think all ladies can understand. He says to me, I said, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do the cold and flu. Oh no, we cannot. And he kind of is shocked and he says, well, why not? I said, because thing makes me feel like my heart is about to pop out of my chest. I took it and it didn't make me feel good. It made me feel like I was having a heart attack. And he says, oh, that happens to all women. I'm sorry, all women? No, because it happens to my husband too, and my husband is not a woman. He's my husband. Anywho, so after he said that, I was already done with him. However, I had to listen to what else he had to say to me. So he says to me, oh, okay, well, you can just switch off between Sudafed and Tylenol, regular Tylenol, because you do have a slight fever. Okay, so I'm just gonna listen to what he has to say to me. And so finally, he's acting kind of, oh yeah, yeah, kind of like that. So he says, you need some cold flu? You need that? You need some cold flu? You need Sudafed? You need cough medicine? And I was like, no, I think I can do with Robitussin. That's fine, to help me sleep. And he's like, well, I can give you codeine. Okay, what for what? And he was like, for your coughing, to help you sleep at night. Okay, if I don't have an illness, I really don't think you should be handing out medications like this to me. But it's fine. He's like, do you need anything else? Any other type of medication you think you need? I mean, you got the cold flu, you got the Sudafed, you got the Tylenol, you're gonna get the Z-Pack. Anything else you need? And I was like, no, I think we're okay. We're gonna go now. And he's like, all right, cool, but I can't have you leave until I'm done. Okay. So he tells me to go outside. Sorry, I'm just gonna blend it a little bit better because I'm looking in here and it's kind of looking crazy. Both ends, but okay, so these are my brows so far. So my night just gets better. So my husband and I are on some form of not just a diet, but kind of eating or healthy living. He's trying to bulk, and I'm trying to lose weight, or just get healthier, if you will. I have a lot of things that I need to deal with my health. So he's like, oh, let's go do a cheat night. Just our last cheat night before, we do this big old thing. I said, all right, cool. So I'm just going to let you guys know. Also, I kind of also double prime my face. I do it with the Fix Plus a little bit, and then I do like to put one squeeze of the Hourglass Primer Serum. The reason why I do both is because the primer serum sometimes for me makes me feel a little bit like I'm really oily. And though I have dry skin, my dry skin is mainly because my oily skin is because I'm really dry. I found that out, actually, that was just really helpful when I was in my mid-20s. I went to Kiehl's, my other story. So, I get my prescription, I'm on my way. I'm already not feeling it for the day. I was already feeling like pretty bad, as is. So, I go to the pharmacy to get my pharmaceutical, to get my prescription filled. And we're waiting in line, and there's two parts. There's one where you drop your stuff off, and there's another where you pick up stuff. So we're in line to drop off, me and my husband, and the lady who's in the line for drop-offs is just on the phone, which is fine. She doesn't acknowledge us. I have a pet peeve, because I was in retail, of not just saying hi 1 minute. We get it, you're on the phone, it's kind of obvious, but just acknowledging that we're there, I don't know. So she gets off the phone and she still doesn't acknowledge us. Okay. So I'm gonna use In the Flesh by MAC. I don't know the color because it doesn't have like a color thing on the back. However, I'm going to dip into this one here, which is the second one on the top row. And that's going to go into my crease right here. I'm going to do like a brown smoky eye, and I'm going to use a MAC, I believe it's the 240. I've used it for everything. I use it for all necessities. I have 2 of them. That's how much I love it. Yep, it's the MAC 240. That's how much I love it. I have 2. 2. So great. So she doesn't acknowledge. Whatever. No, I'm lightly tapping into it because I don't want what, because this can be really pigmented. So, you know, she doesn't acknowledge us, and I say, okay, well, maybe she's just really busy. She's not by herself. There's other people. I see someone else, you know, kind of doing stock in the back, and I don't know how pharmacies work. I don't know if she's just a stock girl, so I can't tell her or, you know, say like, oh, for sure. I know for like cosmetics, when I worked for the Lancome counter, there was girls that did stock, but they'd come out and help if we were busy. But, you know, everything's different, so it doesn't matter. So she finally acknowledges us, and I hand her over paper. Mind you, her face is. Can I help you? I'm like, hi, I'm here to drop off my prescription. I'm gonna give her the piece of paper, and she looks at it, takes a look at it for 2 seconds, and throws it at me and says, "Oh, I can't fill this. I can't fill it because I can't fill this out." I was like, okay, that's fine. I really don't need, do I need to, or can you just do the Z-Pack? Is that okay? No, we can't fill that. We can't fill this, and you can't come back. And she started talking about like how I can't come back if I get one, I can't come back and get the other one. I said, that's fine. I think I can do just fine with Robitussin. I can get it right here. It's totally cool. Just, can you get me the Z-Pack? Do you have that? Yeah, we have that, but we can't fill both. And I, again, told her, I said, that's fine. I don't mind. I'm going to go ahead and use my other one. That's not with the first color. So I am going to go into Chanel's. They have a smoky nude ombre palette. This is really old, and I stole it from my mom. And I don't know if you can still get it or what the colors are. So I think it's Nude, Teak, Smoke, and Bisque. And I'm assuming this is the nude. Teak, this is Bisque probably, and this is Smoke, and this is Teak. I'm trying to see. So this one I'm going to use to kind of go over deeper into my crease, but lower a little bit. I want to say its name is Teak. So I tell the lady, I'm like, okay, we can just use one. And she was so annoyed, she rolls her eyes and says, fine, but I need you to sign it. And I was like, that's fine, I'll sign it. Totally fine. Great, I'll sign it for you. So I signed the paper, and with prescriptions, the doctor always puts your name and your birth date on the form. So as you can see, I'm kind of going a little bit lower around my eye. This one is kind of all over the lid, kind of more in the crease. I don't take mine all the way up because I want to put brow product there, but I take it kind of all over that first one. So this one's a little bit more lower, kind of keep it more centralized down in the crease mainly. So she says that to me, and she goes, I need you to write your name and your birth date down too. I said, okay, well, my name and my birthday's right there. Do you need me to write it again? No big deal. Or can you not, is it not legible? Because some doctors, and or all doctors, don't have legible writing. So she's like, no, just write your phone number. Okay. So I write my phone number down, and she's like, great, we'll call you when it's done. She doesn't say how long it's going to be. She just says she'll call. you know what, at this point I'm not, she just seems like she hates her life. So I'm not going to say anything. So I go and we leave. I've never met somebody who was so hateful towards life at a pharmacy. You make a lot of money in the pharmacy. So it's kind of silly for you to be mad. I mean, I get it. It's probably late. It was probably around 9 o'clock at night, and you probably don't want to be there. Maybe her shift's going to end. But, you know, real life. So I'm going to go back with that other color, the first color, and kind of marry them together, if you will. Okay. So then I'm going to take a flatter brush. This is the MAC 230. I'm going to take the dark shade, which is probably Smoke, I'm assuming, and go more on my lid, like towards my lash line. We'll go towards the lash line. Because I don't want it really, really dark, but I do want the dark to start here. So I always do like this. This part doesn't need to be perfect. Trust me. As you can see, it's not perfect. So yeah, that was my wonderful experience the other day with doctors and pharmacists that are just super rude. So I'm taking the teak color and I'm kind of just blending all of it together on my lid. Now this is probably really isn't a big professional way to do this. But this way always comes out really good for me. Sorry. So yeah, so this, and the reason why I like doing my eye makeup before I do my foundation, I kind of do it reverse than I see all the beauty gurus doing it, because they do their foundation and then they do their eyeshadow. For me, I know I might look crazy with some awesome normalities, but if I have found that, I can clean it up and it doesn't look, I don't feel like so super pressured to clean it. So I'm taking like whatever's the rest on the residue of this pen, or brush I should say, and I go underneath my eye. Take a little bit more of that teak. So now I'm going to take, I feel that I have so this is the smoky eye, kind of natural. I don't keep it crazy, especially for the day, because to be really honest, I'm not going to go anywhere, A, and B, it's just a natural day, you know, I'm not going out anywhere. So I'm going to take the nude in that same quad, and then also take some of that pink. I love that this pink is in here because it really does tie everything together. I put the pink kind of where our first brown shade we used and where the brow color is going to go, to kind of just marinate everything and kind of get any harsh lines that I see. Now we're going to do our concealers. So I use the Bobbi Brown Instant Full Coverage, and I'm in the nude color Sand. I tried to use Shape Tape, and I got the wrong color. Now it's not that I don't like it. It's more, I think it was just not my right color, so it was too white for me. I'm not used to the white under my eye. It wasn't a thing when I started makeup. Now, do I think people look beautiful with it? Yes, and I want to do it so bad, but I think I feel haunted by pictures when you used to see yourself and you take a picture and you're all white here. It just, I feel like I look like that all the time, and I don't want that. So I'm going to take my Morphe now. I don't mix. I like this one for my primer and this one for like foundation and concealer, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's a personal question. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that in. Has anybody had a weird, like, crazy encounter with, like, your pharmacist or something? I feel like all my pharmacists that I've ever had, like, the actual pharmacist was actually really nice when I ended up picking up my stuff. He was super sweet. Asked me if I needed any help, do I know how to take it, you know, kind of common things. But that lady, whew, she was not having it that day. Not having it. So I really have dark inside here. Normally I put red lipstick there, but I kind of forgot to get it, so I don't have time to grab it. So most people take their concealers and put them on their little faces. I don't. I feel like when I do that, it makes it worse for me. So if it works for you, go ahead and do it. Now I always like to put the foundation on the back of my hand. So I'm using the Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet. I am in the shade 20 Beige in this particular formula. I love this one. I like that it's matte and I like that it's very flat. However, it's the only one that doesn't make me look like I'm crazy at the end of the day. This foundation in particular I use mainly for everyday use. I don't use it if I'm going out. I have different foundation for that. This is just like my everyday if I were going to work, or I was going out for, you know, lunch or what have you with friends or anything like that, just to I always want something lighter when it's just the day. I always do. I like a full coverage. So this is kind of like a modern, more full coverage than a beauty cream, but not as crazy. So I can see my spots still, my texture. So I'll put a little bit more in those areas, touch up that area. Especially since I do have a lot of texture in my cheeks. I have bad acne when I was younger. Okay, so now we're gonna set. I have the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I love this powder. It works, and I found out from all the beauty gurus about it. So I thank them, because if we didn't have people like them, I mean, I would not have known about this product. So I like to just set it all over. It might look like it goes for a hot minute, but that's okay. This is another reason why I don't like I don't set my brows, I don't do anything like that until after. Take just a regular brush and kind of get the excess. Kind of chasing light here. Don't mind my bad. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up. I use the Butter Bronze. This is the Run Bronzer 6676. And my stepdaughter actually told me about this, and it smells so good. It smells like the beach, and it's so great. So I take that same little dense, this one's the Lancome number 6 brush. It's more of a denser brush. It's small, and it works really well for my bronzer. So I like to add a little bit of color to my face. Just a little bit. I don't like to go crazy with the bronzer, because I'm really not really dark. Put it down the neck just to make everything blended. Okay. Okay. And then for blush, actually for blush, the Lancome Blushing Nude. This was in a little gift set here. Actually really cute. It's nice that it's nude, it's pale, it's not anything crazy. And it gives me a little bit of color. Everybody say hello to Apollo. It's my baby elephant. So if you hear me talking about a baby elephant, that's him. I like to marinate things. It's weird, I know. So I'm going to go ahead and use now a Morphe RX 36 brush for highlight. So since we're kind of doing more of a softer look, I'm going to go in with MAC's Double Gleam highlighting. Go ahead with, take it like this. This is actually a buildable highlighter for me. I don't think it's really crazy, so it's kind of really nice that I can make it really soft, or if I really wanted to make it pop, I can too. It's just really nice, really dainty. But careful, can't. Normally I don't like putting it on my nose because I don't want my nose to feel oily. So then I'm going to take the Morphe Brow Gel. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the Lancome liner. I'm not going to try to say it's the Grandiose liner. If I butchered that, I'm so sorry, Lancome. I love it though. I like it because it has this bendable thing, like top, so you can bend it to get in places if you really wanted to. I'm not accustomed to it, so I don't use that way. However, if you can, that's great. When I line my eyes, it's interesting because obviously one eye is different than the other, but this eye, I actually went through a hardship with it, so it's now affected by that, and I can tell when I put eyeliner on, more so now than I did before. Before it wasn't so bad, now I can. So I don't think I'm gonna do a wing. I think I might do a baby wing. I love baby wings. Just a little baby. Okay, let's do the other side. I always check to make sure things are symmetrical. Alright, so now that's all said and done. I do like to go back in with my Fix Plus and set my whole face. I don't like to set it with my mascara because it makes me feel like mascara is gonna run. So I use two products on my brows, or on my eyelashes I should say. I use a Lancome Sales Booster, and I use Lancome's Hypnose Drama. Curl our lashes to the high heavens. And I'm not going to be putting false lashes on because this is realistically, I'm not that extra. I am extra, but I'm not that extra. I can be actually. But because I'm not doing anything or going anywhere today, and I plan on maybe going somewhere simple, we're just going to keep it simple today. I'm enjoying my natural lashes. So first you want to put the Sales Booster on. The Sales Booster is actually going to condition your lashes. Mascara is actually really dehydrating for your eyes. So the Sales Booster is actually going to help with conditioning your lashes, because mascara is really dehydrating for your eyelashes. and it will help you take off the mascara at night, and it will also help you curl your lashes. So I've mastered not opening my mouth as much as some people do with mascara, because I don't want to be that person that everybody makes fun of. When you're trying to do. Okay. So far, this is what we have. Very natural, nothing too crazy. So now for the lips. Alright, I'm going to use for my lips a Chanel Nude Lip Liner. I get all this makeup from my mom. I kind of steal it from her mainly. Or if she doesn't need it, or I use it and then she doesn't need it, I take it. This one is mine. It's MAC. It is Baby's All Right. Nice nudie pink color, kind of keeping it with the nudes, but I do like a pink on my lip because I feel like it gets, my lips kind of tend to get washed out really quickly. So So now that the lips are lined, perfect. And I'm going to keep it nude and kind of more the finished look. So this is the finished look. I love just a natural, more plain look for every day. I will, if you do like something like this, you know, give me a thumbs up. We'll go ahead and do more videos. Obviously, I'm going to be doing them once a week. I have more content that I have. So yeah, this is the finished look. I like it. It's kind of nude, keeping it simple and nice.